been about 2 or 3 months since I rode my comp bike, so we're going to head out and see if I remember how to ride it. We've got about 2 hours, if that, before the tide comes back in, and the wind's now picked up to about 20 miles an hour. So let's see how much we can fit in within the next hour or so and see if I remember how to ride a bike. A couple little bonuses: got brand new grips, brand new shoes on, and I'm trying out contact lenses, but I don't know if they're the right way around. So it's going to be an interesting little ride. Right, excuse the hood up, I've got to maintain this hair somehow. So why haven't I ridden this bike in so long? A few different reasons really. Over the winter, my only real riding spot is down by the seaside, which isn't that great in the middle of winter in the rain and the wind, and yeah, it's not that fun. I've been doing a lot of motorcycle trials recently, but over winter there's always a ride going on or a competition going on, so instead of riding my push bike at the weekend, I was at a motorbike trial. Work has also been busy, so lots of coaching work which has taken up a bit of time, which isn't something I would complain about at all. And then more recently, when I have been riding trials, I've been taking my inspired Hex out. It's just a bit easier, a bit more fun to take out on a street ride. You can do a lot more with a lot less. So for example, the last few rides with the lads, we spent ages on like a couple of little walls because you can add in a few manuals, spins and things like that. Whereas on the comp bike, you can't really be that creative on it. Yeah, and while riding street trials and trials, it is the same, it's still trials of some sort. They are quite different and quite different kind of riding styles. So why have I suddenly decided I need to get back on the trials bike? Because the show season starts soon, and I prefer riding my comp bike in the show, just go a bit bigger and do a few more kind of spectacular moves on it. And starting from May, June, it's quite heavy comp wise. So we've got national cups, national championships, BIU World Champs in July and August, and European Champs, which are things I kind of really want to ride well at. Not chasing an amazing result, but I still want to go there kind of riding at my best. So it's about time I put a bit of time on the comp bike, because it turns out I'm not very good at kind of switching between bikes. I need to focus on one or the other. So yeah, today we're just going to have a bit of a ride on the rocks, and yeah, just kind of get myself dialed back into it and see if I can just not crash basically. So this is what's chasing us down. The sea is slowly coming in, and this is our playground for the next hour or so. Right, first ride, let's see what we can do. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, it's a bit windy when we get to the top here. Ooh. Okay, it may not be a good starting point. There's some accurate points in the wind. Right, let's this is windy. Ooh. Jeez. I'm gonna have to move from this bit. It does feel weird riding this again. I'm very aware of that it feels longer, front end's lower, and getting to the back wheel feels a bit weird. Oh, it's just wind would go away. Right, let's see if we can get up to the back wheel here. There we go. Ooh, nice little gap there. Whew. Right, I know it doesn't seem like much, making a big deal out of this wind, but next time it gets to around 20-25 miles an hour, go and try and stand on one leg on something high up, and you'll find out what it feels like to be on these rocks today. Oh, foot slipped off then. Ow. That's a bit lower than I thought it was. Right, I'm going to try and go back wheel, get the front wheel on the top, so then I haven't got time to set up for the next bit. But this bit's a bit slippery and a bit of a funny angle, so we've got to go down nice and high here. Ooh. Yeah, close enough. Tell you what, these new contact lenses do not like the wind. Oh, I am very blurry-eyed right now, but it isn't that great. So I've got to do a bit of roll in here, which is why I like having my front disc. I can roll down things, which is quite satisfying. Oh, that's just slippery. Let's have a look at this big guy over here. The blur is still blurring, but we'll put up with it. So I can't really pull back the front wheel here, so I'm going from front wheel here. Just kind of explosive power if I can get stable from here. Up. Ooh. Squidgy. Ooh. So I want to go up to back wheel and then have my front wheel land on this one. I hover over it and swing up. But once again, the wind is pushing me the other way, so it's got other ideas here. So let's stay still. Also, where I haven't ridden this in a while, brakes aren't working too great, and tyres a bit too flat, so a bit squidgy. Jesus. Oh no, no, no. Go land backward, then swing the front wheel around. Resist. Putting that front wheel straight down. There you go. Up. Bit of power grunt there. I keep complaining how windy it is up top. Yeah, I keep going higher and higher. I need to get down somehow. Ooh, we'll do a bit of techie stuff now, so I want a bit of a funky edge here. Slippery. Ooh, back was just on, I think. Techie, horrible fun, yay! There we go, we've got to do. See if we can get down onto this one. Fun. Ooh, got a bit of a gap here. Might be a bit adventurous for today, but let's give it a try. Ooh, not bad. Let's try that again. Okay, what makes this tricky is it's quite a big gap, but also the takeoff isn't flat and it's a bit of a funny angle, so I've got to turn just before I take off. And there you can see the rock I'm landing on doesn't have a bit of an edge. I've got to land right on it, otherwise it's going to slip right off, I think. Oh no! Well, I saved that. I came up short, I landed about there, but it gripped. I thought I had that. I don't want to add too many more excuses, but I really can't see with these contacts in the wind. Oh no, one more go at this. Or two more. Or three more. I know I was in a pretty wrong place for that. I'm landing way too high. It's naturally nicer to jump to the high bit, but it's higher, so it's a bit harder. So I need to go a bit lower here to get the gap right, so I can get to a nice low bit. Yes! Whew. Thank God for that. Happy with that. It's things like this, which normally are very easy, but it's quite scary now because it's a bit slippery, and I haven't really done anything like this for a while, where you know I've got to kind of be on it and save it if it falls, and hope that my phone was going to hook properly. So I think I'm going to have to call it a day today. You might not pick up on camera, but it's gone insanely windy and it's really gusty, especially on these high bits, and it just keeps pushing me off the rocks, which isn't that fun. Also, the tide is pretty much in, so we have timed it quite well. So not the most thrilling ride in the world, but it did its job. It gave you an hour or so on the comp bike, getting used to it again, kind of remember how it works, what needs tweaking on it. I'm going up to Derbyshire to ride with Adam Morwood in a couple of days, so it's good just to get a bike ready before I head up there. Yeah, the video is a lot of POV, which never really tried on a trials bike, but let me know if it works, if it's worth doing again, if you like a bit of POV action on it. If not, tell me to never do it again. But from the sunny seaside, we shall see you again soon. Oh, foot slipped off then. Ow.